Hilarious moments on paternity court.
See this stuff right here?
Boy, you know you should have put some lotion on your mother was gonna do this.
You see this baby toe? This is my child.
I see it. I've got the same problem.
Okay, thank you.
Men's boxers in the trunk.
They wash it?
You know I'm a germaphobe. Exhibit A, men's boxers.
Miss Sanchez met her soulmate on Tinder, and in just one meeting, she knew that he was the one. The only bad part was that, initially, Mr. Turman's love was not strong enough to tie her. Fast forward, her looseness created trust issues between them.
This has gone on for 2 years of accusations and lies and the fact that he doesn't trust me. It's very hurtful, and it means a lot to me today that we prove once and for all that he's the father of my son. Put it all to bed after this.
The woman was spiritually married to the guy at the podium. Like that ever works. Because it wasn't satisfactory to keep them attached, and the defendant testified that hard in the court. According to him, Miss Sanchez can slip up for any man too easily.
I couldn't go through with it because there's too many trust issues. And I feel like if you don't have trust, you can't go forward with the relationship.
Too many doubts. Well, it had to do with the way they connected. As we mentioned before, that couple came across each other on Tinder, and both were seeing multiple people. But the alleged father stopped, whereas mommy was still on the speed dial.
We met on Tinder, and I'm swiping, and I came across her profile, and I super liked. She liked me back, we connected. So the second night is when we actually hung out. We had some drinks, one thing led to another, and we had sex the first night.
That's definitely a super swipe, super like, whatever you called it.
Super swiping landed the getting intimate right in the first time, though the plaintiff blamed it on the alcohol and lack of ground rules, leading them to the ambiguous equation where the defendant was settling for the baby mama who wasn't ready to stick to one man.
I showed my friends pictures of her because I'm hype. And so I showed them pictures and they send me a video like, yo, isn't this the girl you're talking to? She's at a bar giving somebody else her number, it looks like.
Nope.
So it just started to form like issues
Nope.
with trust. If she slept with me the first night that we met, she probably could have slept with him the first night.
So there goes the doubt. Grimm was eating the potential father up. What added fuel to the situation was that multiple men kept coming and telling Mr. Turman that they had slept with the girl of their dreams. Yeesh, anyone would be frustrated over that.
Did you have open when you were with Mr. Turman?
Exactly.
We were just talking.
So I'm right, you was on the party line and you had stopped swiping
Yes.
and you was on automatic swipe.
Legal limbo? Love limbo? It was a limbo indeed. However, things didn't get any better, even after them moving in together. Now and then, something would happen that would instigate Mr. Turman's doubt more, like this odd one, for instance.
Men's boxers in the trunk. Now, I know for sure these aren't mine, so.
Jerome, I
That's
don't even
the
know
truth.
if I want to
That's
see
what
that
happened.
evidence though.
They wash it? Yeah, I'll get it.
You know I'm a germaphobe, put it on this pen. Exhibit A, men's boxers.
Exhibit A, another suspicion bombshell, I say. How would you explain this, Gabriella? Well, in her defense, it was a laundry mishap in which she had brought some of the belongings of a male relative accidentally. And they were not just boxers, but also socks, which the defendant clearly had ignored.
One thing of boxers. There was socks in there. There was all kinds of random stuff
I
in there.
didn't see it.
I'm sure you didn't.
But a whole pair of men's boxer shorts is the one thing in your trunk out of all the laundry?
That's an unfortunate coincidence. But
Gotcha.
that's exactly what happened. That's it.
Boy, talk about a series of unfortunate confidence. After this, then the pregnancy part came in. Ms. Sanchez told the court how she had conceived their baby on their trip to Vegas, but the defendant testified that on that very trip, she was caught feeling another man. Another one of Destiny's freaks, I guess. FYI, there was a statement about it.
So my friend Joel back around October showed me a girl he met and was starting to talk to on Tinder back when I was in California. But like mid-October, I was at a bar or club and I saw her there talking to another guy, feeling on him. And that's the statement from your friend. And that date was what?
October 15th, and I believe that could have been the conception date.
That does look bad. Though Miss Sanchez didn't change her initial testimonies, Judge Lauren was still having difficulty with what the baby mama was saying. So she moved on to the results to end all the confusion.
You admittedly is still on Tinder, having open conversation with folks and meeting folks because you didn't think you were exclusive. You got boxers in your trunk. You aren't the father? This child isn't yours? You really just put the needle on the haystack. Mr. Turman, you are the father.
Mama Lindsay is not dumb enough that she would let her own son ruin his music career over a trifling mother and a baby who isn't his. So today, the mother is standing against her own son to set the record straight.
Tell the court about Miss Cade and your son's relation.
Nicole is a liar. She's thirsty.
Excuse me, Your Honor, that is not true.
Let me tell you.
I'm not
Yeah, I
lying.
have
Hold on, Miss Lindsay, tell me now, what's going on in this
Okay,
relationship
before-
that has you so upset?
Your Honor, before she was ever with my son, she was my daughter right here, Demetrius's best friend. So
Okay.
she has a history.
Whoa, so many loud accusations in one breath. Hello, woman, let the other people speak. Something was definitely up in the Palooza. That's why the judge moved to the mommy in question, asking the reason behind such strong animosity.
She didn't want me to be friends with Demetrius. Whatever, that's fine, but we were still friends. I've been in love with Marvin since I was 16. She just has a problem with our whole relationship, and it has nothing to do with the baby.
Why do you think she has this issue?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
She's had a problem with me. I was nice to her in the beginning. I never done anything.
The angry grandma explained herself by saying that the young defendant was trying to rip her son from her, and that was unacceptable. Miss Lindsay never wanted her daughter to mingle with Miss Kate. Ironically, now she had her son in a paternity trap.
She had a C-section. I tried to run up in that delivery room. They called security on me because I was gonna be the first one to see that baby. I love all
called
kids.
security on you
They
at the
called
hospital?
security. They showed
security on her. You're going
They
crazy.
showed
You
did.
can't-
Running like that in the delivery room? Isn't that a little too much, madam? Well, the plaintiff claimed that her son was too naive and she was trying to protect him. But did you have to act that crazy? Maybe her extremism is what's getting the job done.
Well, shouldn't your son be the first one along with the mother?
No, because he's too naive.
Mr. Wells, do you believe the baby is yours?
I hope that the baby is mine with everything in my heart. I hope that it's my baby.
I think he would
I've
believe
been there
it
for
more
the baby
if
since
she
day
didn't
one.
keep
Hope
interjecting
and
and saying
believe
no.
are two different things.
Yeah, I don't know for a fact.
Even though he was standing tall at the defendant's podium, Mr. Well wasn't sure either if he was the father, because his girlfriend herself had confessed about sleeping with someone else while they were on a break.
I believe that it's my baby and I want it to be my baby.
So when you say, I don't know for a fact,
Her hair is real slick and curly. This the best hair today.
Good hair. I have good hair.
You don't have no good hair. You just a liar.
I got good hair.
Hold on, this can't just be about hair, can it? What else? Are there any other factors? Well, about that, turns out there was one. Wait for it. It's the toenail that gives it away. Apparently, the whole Well family has a signature toenail, which was showcased like this.
Jerome, take a close look at toes. I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, see this stuff
Oh,
right here?
boy, you know you should have put
You
some
see?
lotion on your mother was gonna do this.
Going straight up, sir. You see that? You see this baby toe? This is my child. It don't grow like everybody else. It
Jerome,
goes
do you
straight
see
up.
it?
I see it. I've got the same problem.
Thank you. Thank
Jerome,
you.
oh no!
A lot of confusion going on here. Next, the judge called in the best friend as the witness, who told about the promiscuous tendencies of the defendant, how she lists men spellbound with her love, and the baby was more likely theirs.
It doesn't
She didn't tell
matter
me
what we
until
do.
after the fact that she had unprotected sex.
So
way after the
whether
fact.
they were on a break or not, there's still a 50-50 chance pretty much that this child could either be your brother's or someone else.
It could be a 10% chance that it's his and 10% chance of nine other. I don't know.
Hold on now. Wait a
Okay.
minute now.
That's just getting ridiculous.
These people were more focused on their clash of egos than the beautiful child. I mean, why neglect a child's warmth and care just because you don't like their mother? Is that a way to act? However, the plaintiffs further had this explanation for their attitude.
Did you want to add
She
one
ain't
more
gonna
thing,
always
Ms.
be your
Johnson?
girlfriend.
Let's
I
get some
will.
order. Ms. Johnson, what would you like to
Another
add?
reason that I don't believe that this would be his is because, like I said, she lies so much. This is not the first time that she's betrayed me when it came to a man. Second time, and it's just repetitive lies and
Thank
things
you.
that she doesn't tell us until after
I
the
rest
fact.
my case. I sure do.
Nonetheless, the defendant wasn't the only one hiding the truth. It further got revealed that Mr. Wells's sister knew about the pregnancy. Still, she hid it from her brother in hopes of not losing her sibling.
This is destroying the fabric of many of your relationships because you're one with Miss K, your sister, and your mother.
Yeah, so I'm torn between the family and just all three of
We're
these
gonna break this up
individuals
today,
right
sugar.
We ain't breaking up nothing. He's
You
gonna be
not
right
gonna
back
be
with
she
me.
just wants your money, son.
Oh boy, these people are cray-cray. They're focused on everything except the baby. It's like they can't help but to act like children themselves, hiding pregnancies, sleeping with multiple men, and showing off toenails. Let's end this charade for good.
Mr. Well, you are her father.
Titled Double Trouble, Rajot's family came to paternity court to solve not just their paternity dispute, but also their trust issues. The only bummer was the 2-year-old daughter was paying for the friction between them.
Now, Mrs. King Rajot, tell the court why you're here today.
I'm here today to prove to my husband that our daughter Destiny is in fact his. It is tearing our family apart pieces by pieces because he denies her.
You heard the woman. The daddy was neglecting his youngest. It was further revealed that Mr. Rajot took care of his other children as well. And when the judge asked the plaintiff about these accusations, he brushed him off like this.
I may stay distant a little bit, due to my concerns. I treat her the same as I treat all the other children.
He's lying right now.
Tell me why you have the concern.
All of my family and her family all have brown hair and brown eyes, and this child has blonde hair and blue eyes.
The baby's looks stirred doubt in the alleged mind, while he was claiming that there was blondness on either side of the family. But baby mama added that he was a foster child, and such verdicts were based on assumptions.
So maybe somebody back in the part of his family he doesn't know could have blonde hair, could have blue eyes,
incorrect.
could have something.
You're
That's
lying
an
about
interesting point,
No,
Mr.
you know it's
Rajot.
true.
How do you address that?
that. My dad actually had brown hair and brown eyes, and so I think it's passed on genetically to my family. It's
just
clear to
sounds
see
crazy
right
right
there
now.
that it's blonde hair and blue eyes.
He's crazy.
You're sitting here lying.
Because baby mama found the appearance argument not valid, Edward testified that he was locked up during conception time. Quite a point, but Miss Rajot nullified all of his claims as lies, because she never cheated on him.
Cheated on my husband. I've never had any sexual nothing.
That's a lie.
No,
That's a lie.
it's not. You'll see when the lie detector test comes.
Mommy was rock hard confident. She knew who her baby daddy was. Nonetheless, the plaintiff pointed out the incident in which one of his friends showed a flirty text from the defendant, which was about enough to raise paternity doubt. Mommy, how do you respond to that one?
Wanted to see that he probably was doing himself. That's what he saw.
Was there a text?
No.
Yes, there was.
So,
No.
Yes, there
You
was.
never
You know
sent
there
that
was,
text.
too.
No.
Yes, there was.
Interesting.
Sacramento was straight up denying any such entanglement, but the hubby pulled another incentive related to her friend. Apparently, her gal pal was famous for a random guy she met at bars, and he was sure that the mommy was also up to such antics.
So you're saying she has a friend that is a little promiscuous?
Well, I'd actually heard from the event today. I went out to a bar that night, and she had been kissing on another girl, so.
My friend was doing it. What she does is her business. What I do is my business. And he gets twisted and that tries to act like just because she wants to be a dirty, nasty hoe don't mean I have to be one.
Ooh, woman, you got that right. Still, nothing has been proven that would call for a DNA test. Let's just ask the wifey why she was opting for the lie detector test, because I'm sure the goofy husband wasn't up to any good either.
I was 6 months pregnant with our first child. I went to the doctor for a routine checkup. A few days later, I got a call from the nurse telling me I had to come in and get some antibiotics because I have an STD. And if I'm not cheating, where else did I get it from?
What did she just say? Looks like someone was just too quick to point fingers, wasn't he? And like anyone at fault, he was going off the wall about such revelations and blaming his wife for doing the same thing.
16-year relationship. If the lie detector test comes back and the DNA results come back, then I'm through. When we get home, it's over. I'm
You
packing
don't
up
get to
and getting
pick
out.
when you're through, baby boy. I say when you go.
Mr.
Like I
Rajot,
have in the
I'm
past.
talking about you!
Yeah, none of that tough guy attitude is gonna work here, because Judge Lake can't be played that easily. Now, it was about this swindling. The moment the judge pushed that button, it got out that Mr. here was on an infidelity roller coaster, riding with a woman twice his age.
There's a possibility he has a child by this dirty, nasty little troll that he cheated on me with before.
That's not true, Your Honor. I've been with this same woman for half.
Same thing, while denying fault on their own part, Judge Lake started to get bugged.
You
Something
doing
that you don't
the
got.
biology, she doing the psychology. You all got a whole bunch of education going up in here. If only we could figure out
they were happy once. In fact, they were madly in love. The couple had a cute island wedding, and very soon into their marriage, Edward started cheating on his wife. The guy had commitment issues, as he kept hitting on everyone, including his in-laws.
Mr. Rajout, are you
Like I said, a
hitting on
dirty
her
nasty.
family members?
Your Honor, with this situation.
What is the thing?
The thing is, I've been with the same woman since I was more than half my life, since I was 15 years old. You know, I started to get in the itch and wanted to go outside of our relationship.
So the guy got bored with being with the same woman. How can he say such things? This wasn't the only factor, as in Edward's words, Mommy's weight was also pushing him away. So, you can imagine where this was going.
A husband, you've got to understand.
You act like you're pretty or something.
You act like you
No,
perfect or
but the
something.
point is that's your wife. You're supposed to love her unconditionally.
Yeah, the keyword unconditionally, sir. The way the judge came to the cheating with the family member part? Well, turns out that Mr. Rajout was caught getting cozy with his own sister-in-law. Ish, dirty, nasty.
She should know me better than that.
That's why.
Through thick and
That's
thin,
why
we've
there's
always
another
been there.
situation.
Through the rough edges, we've always ended up
That-
to get out the rough edges.
You have betrayed her in other ways, but you're saying you would not betray her in that.
Never.
We get back on the rough edges because I forgive his life.
It's like their trust issues have gotten them to this point that they're doing nothing but going in circles. So, it's clear they both expect each other to go low, then lower. So there was only one solution left to settle this once and for all.
You are her father. I want to tell you both that you passed. You've never cheated on your husband. He did not sleep with any of your family members.